GRE scores. This is more and more likely to be optional. More programs do it, or what they'll do is if they don't make it program optional, sometimes they will move the GPA depending upon the GRE score. So I know that there are a lot of programs, for example, that will say you don't have to have your GRE. We'll use this particular GPA cutoff, but if your GPA is a little bit low, we'll turn in your GRE scores and we will use those. And of course, if you're doing medical school, it would be the MCAT. But for all the other graduate programs, it's the GRE scores. The ranges that you can score for verbal and quantitative for each one, it's 130 to 170 for each one. That's the current GRE. They used to be based similar to what the SAT was. They've changed the ranges a little bit. So it's 130 to 170 for each one. The average scores, okay, are going to be about 153 for verbal and 151 for quantitative. Now, this is the average scores for doctoral programs, slightly lower, closer to 150 or so, 148 in the master's programs. You really want to score at this average range or above. And of course, the higher you go, the better. There are a few of the highly rated graduate programs, especially doctoral programs, that will have these cutoffs in the 160s. Very few of those that have it that high, but occasionally you will find that. Almost never do they ask for the psychology subject area GRE. It's almost never asked for. It's one of those things that if you took it and you did really, really well, you might want to go ahead and submit it just to say, hey, I know a lot in this area. The average score is 640 for applicants into the doctoral programs. The range is 200 to 990. So if you're up in the 700-800s, you might want to just submit it, even if they don't require it, just because once you get relatively high, it can look good. But other than that, there's no real need for it. And you could apply to probably all the programs that you wanted to and not have to take the GRE, but there's enough of them that you probably will want that you'll want to add the GRE testing. Don't be afraid to take the GRE more than once. You can kind of test out to see how well you did and then step back in and take it again to make sure that you get your scores and getting them higher than this. If you go on the website for every single program, they will give you these kinds of this kind of data where you can see what are average GREs, what are average GPAs for the program, and you can get a sense of what you need to score in each one. So this is just kind of giving you a basic cutoff in those cases.